Hello everyone. So welcome to Priyan classes. I'm Prabhat Kumar. I hope you must have got benefited by my previous videos. This is my second video for 10th class. Previous video I have given on coordinate geometry. Now I want to take the chapter of trigonometry. So in order to, I once again request all of you, if you are benefiting, if you are really benefiting from my videos, please subscribe my video, subscribe my channel, and press the bell icon so that you can always get the notifications of all my new videos. So instead of wasting time, let's start with the trigonometry. Now what trigonometry means? Trigonometry, actually this is the word which has been derived by the combination of three words. Okay, so when I say tri means, you know what it is 3. Then there is another Greek word that is gon, and it means angle, and the third word is metri, that is measurement. Okay, so this is all is related to the measurement of three angles. And you know, whenever a closed figure, a figure that is having three angles or three sides or three vertices, that is called a triangle. In this chapter we shall be discussing about specifically about some specific kind of triangle that is called right angled triangle. So as it is a start of this new concept, this is the first time you are getting this new concept in class 10. So we shall be dealing with only right triangles. Now in right triangles, before I go, let me tell you, let me explain some more things about right triangles. In right triangle, always, you know, suppose that this is a right triangle, A, B, C. Okay, this is a right triangle, and this is the one angle. What is the property of a right triangle? That is, one of the angles is right angle. Obviously, because sum of all three sides are, all three angles is always 180 degree. If one of the angles is 90 degree, that means the sum of other two angles will be 90 degree. That means if this angle is theta, the other angle, it must be 90 degrees minus theta. Okay, this is the main concept that you have to keep in mind always. Now there is one thing. Trigonometry is another thing. What is associated with trigonometry is the ratios, because you know, for all similar triangles, you know that all the corresponding angles are equal, first condition. And the second condition for similarity is that all the corresponding sides are in the same proportion. That means if I get another triangle, maybe a little bit smaller, maybe bigger, in this case take it as PQR. Okay, if in this case again this angle is theta, this angle is 90 degree, and this angle is 90 degrees minus theta, so I can say that triangle PQR is similar to triangle ABC. And in that case, what will happen? I can say that the ratio of the corresponding sides, that is PQ over AB, will be equal to QR over BC, and that will be equal to PR over AC. Just take any two of these. Suppose that I take these two. Okay, I take these two. This is on the basis of similarity of triangles, because by AAA similarity rule, both these triangles are similar. So by similarity rule, if I take and if I interchange these positions, so what I get is that QR over PR is equal to BC over AC. See what is there? QR over PR is equal to BC over AC. That means if I interchange, the ratio of the corresponding sides within the triangle is also always the same. Okay, by using this, what we get, we find out the trigonometric ratios, and those ratios are defined. Okay, now how these ratios are defined, or and what are how these ratios, for this I will explain you one more thing. If it is a right triangle, okay, so there is one base, on the base on which it is standing, and okay, so this is represented by base, means I have to find out the ratios. Always ratio is found with respect to some angle. So I am taking that, I am finding out the ratio with respect to the angle theta. So for angle theta, this side is called base or the adjacent side. Okay, base or the adjacent side, and it is represented by B. Okay. Similarly, the side that is just opposite to theta, the side that is just opposite to theta, which is perpendicular on the base, this side is called the perpendicular, or it is also sometimes written as opposite side, and it is represented by P. P for perpendicular. And the third side, that is opposite to the right angle, opposite to the angle of 90 degree, that is always the biggest side, the largest side, and this side, you know, it is called hypotenuse and represented by H. Okay, now there is one thing, hypotenuse will always be same, it will not be changing, but these two sides may be changing. If I am going to find out the ratios with respect to this angle, obviously my whole configuration will be changing. For this, my figure will be then like this. It will be A, B, C. The same thing, angle B will be theta, but this will be 90 degree minus theta. Okay. Then in that case, you see the AC, which was perpendicular here, now it becomes the base. Okay. Similarly, BC, which was base here, now it becomes the perpendicular. Hypotenuse will remain the same. Okay. Now using this, there is one more thing associated with right angle triangle, and that concept is Pythagoras theorem. And what is this Pythagoras theorem? This Pythagoras theorem is basically that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides, whichever is base, whichever is perpendicular. The square of base plus square of perpendicular, the sum of these two values will be equal to the square of hypotenuse. This is what is called Pythagoras theorem. Now let's go on finding out some of the ratios. Now we are going to find out some ratio. Now you see, when we are going to find out the ratio, we can get, first thing, using combination, we can get three combinations. One combination will be between these two, other combination between these two, and the third combination between these two. And all those combinations can be reversed also. So there are 6 permutations out of these 3 sides. Okay, so I will take first. First is the ratio with respect to this. I will take it as opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay, opposite side by hypotenuse, and this ratio is known as sine theta. Okay, or it can be written as P over h. Got it? So it can be written as opposite by hypotenuse is called. So one ratio I got from these two. Second ratio I will getting from these two sides. So that will be, as I said, it will be adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, that is b over h, and this ratio is called cosine of theta. This is called cosine of theta or cos theta. This is called sine of theta or sine theta. Okay. Now the third pair. The third combination remaining is between B and P. So that will be written as opposite side by adjacent side, that is called P over B, and this is called tangent of theta, or we also write it as tan theta. Okay. Now what if these are if you get the reciprocals of this? Three are, as I told you earlier, that there are 6 combinations. 3 are like this, and other 3 will be just reciprocals of this. Reciprocals of this, like if I get from sine theta, that is called cosecant of theta or cosec theta, that will be equal to h by p. Similarly, there is one secant of theta or sec theta, as we said, this is all equal to h by p. And the third is cotangent of theta, or it is also written as cot theta, and that is equal to base by perpendicular. Okay. There is very simple way to remember all this. All this ratio you can remember. I will give you a very common method or a common trick to remember. Just remember some old hangers can always hold 2 old aeroplanes. If you take the first letter of each, so it is some old hangers can always hold 2 old aeroplanes. So now you see how simple it is. Just remember one sentence and you get sine is opposite side over hypotenuse, cos is adjacent side over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite side over adjacent side. Okay, so this is the very simple way to remember the ratios. Okay, so now using this, there are some other ways also. In some Hindi books you may be getting some other way also, like Pandit Badri Prasad Har Har Bole Sona Chandi Tole, like this, or there are so many tricks to remember all this. Okay, this is the best thing that you will never forget, and other 3 are just reciprocals of this. Okay, now let's find out the trigonometric ratios related to some specific angles. That specific angles that you have to study this are trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. And what those angles are? Those angles I will be taking 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. What are the trigonometric ratios in respect of these? Okay, so first, for 0 degree, what will happen? Just take A, B, C. This is theta. This is 90 degree. Okay. Now, if just assume that this theta is equal to 0 degree, what will happen? If this theta is 0 degree, that means A will be coming closer to C and it will be actually overlapping C. So in that case, what I get? The opposite side, or I should say, instead of opposite side, I should write AC. AC will become 0, first thing. And when A is overlapping C, that means AB will be equal to BC. Got it? Now, what will be sine 0 degree? Sine 0 degree, as I said, opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Opposite side is what? AC, and hypotenuse is AB. AC is 0 over AB, so its value will be 0. Okay. Similarly, cos 0 degree, it will be BC, that is adjacent side, by hypotenuse. So BC over AB, but both BC and AB are equal. Both, so it will be AB over AB, they will get cancelled, answer will be 1. Okay. Now, what is tan 0? This will be opposite by adjacent, so AC over BC, but AC is equal to 0, so it is 0 over BC, so it is equal to 0. This is the first 3 ratios. Now the remaining 3 ratios also. For the remaining 3 ratios, if I have to find out cosec of 0 degree, you know what it is? It is just the reciprocal of sine. So if it is reciprocal of sine, you can go it like any way. So it will be 1 by 0, and since the denominator cannot be 0, if the denominator cannot be 0, so we will write it as not defined, because denominator can never be equal to 0. Okay. Similarly, now what about sec 0 degree? Reciprocal of cos 0 degree. So it will be 1 by 1 equal to 1, and then cot 0 degree, again reciprocal of tan 0 degree. So it will be 1 by 0. Once again the same thing. So it will also be not defined. That means value of the ratio at 0 degree angle is not defined. Okay. Now let's move further, and I will now find out what will be the value of the ratios when theta is equal to 30 degree. When theta is equal to 30 degree. Okay. That means this is equal to 30 degree. What I will do, I will extend AC to D. Extend AC to D such that AC is equal to CD. Okay. AC is equal to CD. Now, in triangle ACB and triangle DCB, or better you write ABC and DBC. ABC and DBC. What I am saying is that BC is equal to BC. Why? Common side. This is the side common to both the triangles. Okay. Then AC will be equal to DC. This AC is equal to DC. Why? By our construction. Because I have constructed it like that. Okay. Then angle, the intervening angle, that is angle ACB will be equal to angle DCB, and both of them are equal to 90 degree. Both of them are equal to 90 degree. Now if they are 90 degree, that means by these three, what I can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DBC by SAS rule. Just remember the rules of congruency, that these two triangles are congruent. Now what is the benefit of this? See, what I have taken as, this is A. If I take the length of this AC as A, obviously CD will also be A. Okay. Now what is happening? If these two triangles are congruent, that means angles are also equal. Okay, the corresponding angles will be equal. So if this is 30 degree, that means this angle is also 30 degree, and the total angle is 60 degrees. Okay. Now if you take this triangle, now using this, what I get is that in triangle ABC, you see angle ABC was 30 degree. This implies that angle BAC, what this is equal to? BAC is equal to 60 degree, because these two angles have to be complementary. These two angles have to be complementary. So this will be 60 degree. Similarly, since both the triangles are congruent, so angle BDC will also be 60 degree. That means this is also 60 degrees. And angle ABD will be equal to angle ABC plus angle DBC. Now being congruent triangles, if this is 30, this is also 30, so this is 30 degree plus 30 degree, that is equal to 60 degree. So what I get in triangle ABD, all angles are 60 degree. What does it prove? It is proving that since all angles are 60 degree, that means triangle ABD is an equilateral triangle. Okay, it is an equilateral triangle. Now if it is an equilateral triangle, that means if I have taken it as A, other also will be A. So what is AD? What is AD? AD is equal to AC plus CD. That means A plus A. So it is equal to 2A. And if AD is 2A, that means AB, all sides are, as I told, the triangle is an ABD is an equilateral triangle, so all sides will be equal. If all sides are equal, then AB is also equal to 2A. That means length of this is 2A. Now what about BC? Now forget about the constructed part, just consider my original part. In original part, in triangle ABC, Triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. So by Pythagoras theorem, square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. Okay, it is. So if I have to find out, I will use the equation using Pythagoras theorem. What I get is AB square is equal to BC square plus AC square. Now what is AB? I have calculated. It is 2A square plus equal to BC square plus what is AC? A square. So it is 4A square is equal to BC square plus A square, or I can say BC square is equal to 4A square minus A square, or BC square is equal to 3A square. So what is BC is equal to square root of 3 into A. So what I get? BC equal to square root of 3. This means I have got the general relation between all three sides. Now it will be easier for me, it will be very much easier for me to find out the ratio. Now I will go on finding out the ratio when theta is equal to 30 degree. Okay, so what will be my sine 30 degree? Sine 30 degree, as I said, it will be opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side is what? A, and hypotenuse is 2A, so it is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Similarly, cos 30 degree, it is BC over AB. BC is root 3A divided by AB is 2A. Now again A cancelled, so it is square root of 3 divided by 2. Okay. Then tan 30 degree, this will be AC opposite side by adjacent side, AC over BC. And what is AC? A, and what is BC? That is root 3A. So A got cancelled, so it is 1 by root 3. Okay. Now the reciprocals, that is cosec 30 degree, this will be equal to reciprocal of sine 30 degree, that means 2. Then sec 30 degree, that will be reciprocal of cos 30 degree, so it will be 2 by root 3. And cot 30 degree, that will be reciprocal of tan 30 degree, so it will be root 3. So this is all that we get by for 30 degree angle. Similarly, I can find out what will be the ratio for 60 degree. As I told, if it is reversed and if it is taken as base and this is the opposite side, the same operation we have to do, and we can get all the relations for 60 degree angle also by using the same. If I go for 60 degree, so what will be sine 60 degree? That will be, remember, for this as the angle, or this may be reversed like this. So then this side will be A, this will be 2A, and this will be root 3A. This is 60 degree. Should I draw the exam? I will draw it once again. Like if it is like this is 60 degree, then obviously the side adjacent to this will be A, this will be 2A, and this will become root 3A. You can do the calculation as I have explained for this. Okay, so then sine 60 degree will be what? Sine 60 degree will be root 3 by 2. It will become square root of 3 by 2. And similarly, what will be cos 60 degree? It will be 1 by 2 now. Okay, now it will be 1 by 2, and tan 60 degree is equal to root 3 by a, root 3 a by a, so it will become root 3. Okay, in that case what I had got cot 30 degree as root by 2. Okay, then reciprocals, cosec 60 degree, cosec 60 degree will be what? Reciprocal of this, so it will be 2 by root 3. Then sec 60 degree, this will be equal to 1 by 2 by 1 or 2, and cot 60 degree will be equal to reciprocal of tan 60 degree, so it will be equal to 1 by root 3. Very simple. Now there is just one angle remaining, that is if it is 90 degree. Okay, so what will happen if the angle becomes 90 degree? Your reference angle is 90 degree. I will make the diagram once again. This is theta. If theta is equal to 90 degree, what does this depict? It will be depicting that it can be 90 degree only when B is overlapping C. B comes here, B is overlapping C. That means BC becomes 0 and AB becomes equal to AC. What? So what will be sine 90 degree? Sine 90 degree is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. So AC over AB, but AB and AC are equal. So AB over AB, they both will be getting cancelled and it will be equal to 1. Cos 90 degree. BC over AB, but BC is equal to 0, so it will become 0. Tan 90 degree, tan 90 degree is AC over BC, AC over BC, but BC is equal to 0, so denominator cannot be 0, so it will be written as not defined, as I said earlier, in case of some angles over 0 degree also. Okay, now the reciprocals. Cosec 90 degree, reciprocal of sine, no change, it will be 1. Then sec 90 degree. Sec 90 degree is what? Reciprocal of cos, so again 1 by 0, so not defined. And cot 90 degree, that is 0 by AC, so it will be 0. So this is all that I have explained to you, the angles, the value of the ratios for some specific angles. Now again, as I have told you how to remember the ratios, now I will also give you a very good trick to remember the value of the ratios for the given specific angles. Okay, so that is, for that purpose, you see, I will make a table and that table will be helping you in a very beautiful way. How it is? See, just I will take the table like this, 90 degree, value of theta I will represent on this, like if 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. Okay, now if I have to find out the value of sine theta for different values, what I will do, just put square root on all, it will be 0 by, start with 0, 0 by 4, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4 and 4 by 4. Okay. I have skipped the value. I have skipped the ratios for 45 degrees. I will skip this part deliberately. Why? Because it should be. It has been left for you to do. Just try and find out how we can find out the ratios. Because when the angle, one angle is 45 degree, obviously the other angle will also be 45 degree. This is just a hint I am giving to you. Try it yourself and you will be able to do it. Anyway, now let's see what happens. So if it is 0, 0 by 4, that means it will become 0. It is 1 by 4, square root of 4 is 2, so its value will become 1 by 2. This will get cancelled, it will become 1 by 2, so the value will become 1 by root 2. This will become again square root of, so denominator will be, you will be getting a square root of denominator but no square root of numerator, so it is root 3 by 2. For 90 degree, it will be 1. Okay. Now, if I have to find out cos theta, I will just go in the reverse way. Just go in the reverse way, that is, start with square root of 4 by 4, square root of 3 by 4, square root of 2 by 4, square root of 1 by 4 and square root of 0 by 4. Okay. Now, again, now this will become 1. This square root of 4 you can find out, so it will become root 3 by 2. Here it will get cancelled, so it will be 1 by root 2. This will become 1 by 2 and this will become 0. Okay. Now what about tan theta? For tan theta, I will start the numerator from 0 to 4 and denominator in the reducing manner, that is 4 to 0. So what I get, it will become 0 by 4, then 1 by 3. Increase numerator by 1, decrease denominator by 1. Then this will become 2 by 2. It will become 3 by 1 and this will become 4 by 0. Okay. So as this becomes 0, this becomes 1 by root 3. This becomes, these two cancel, so it becomes 1. Okay. And this becomes square root of 3 because denominator 1, no use. And again this is, so this is not defined. So it is a better way to remember the values of all values of the ratios for all these specific angles. Okay. Now let's move further. Now there are, what about for complementary angles? One more, some equation, some basic thing. Now you see, you must have seen what was, if there is a triangle, I have to make the triangle again and again just to show you. If it is the triangle, what is sin theta equal to? AC over AB. What is cos theta is equal to? BC over AB. Now, if I find out sin theta divided by cos theta, what does it? It is equal to, you see, AC over AB divided by BC over AB. Or I can write it as AC over AB multiplied by AB over BC. Dividing by a fraction means multiplying by the reciprocal. Okay. Now when these two are multiplied, so AB gets cancelled. My result is AC over BC. that is opposite side over adjacent side. Now what does this shows? This is actually tan theta. So I get a very good result that tan theta is equal to sin theta divided by cos theta. These now there are these some results that you will be getting. This is one. Another result for complementary angles. If the angles are complementary, what will happen? What do you mean by complementary angles? First thing, just recall your previous classes. Complementary angles means the sum of two angles. When the sum of two angles are 90 degree, then it is called complementary angle. In this case, you know that if one angle is 90 degree, obviously the other sum of the other two angles will be 90 degree. So as I have explained earlier in this class, starting part. So if this is so, then this will be 90 degree minus theta. So what will happen if I have to find out sine 90 degree minus theta? I have already explained this to you while I was calculating the value of 60 degree. The ratios for 60 degree. That means for this value, this will become, this will be the base and this will be the opposite side and this will be remain hypotenuse. So now this will become BC by AB, and actually what it is, cos theta. Okay. Similarly, if I have to find out cos 90 degree minus theta, what this will be equal to? Cos 90 degree minus theta is what? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. For this value, adjacent side will be AC. So it will be AC over AB, and then for theta, this AC is the opposite side. So opposite by AC, this is what actually sin theta. So what I get is sin 90 degree minus theta is equal to cos theta, and cos 90 degree minus theta is equal to sin theta. So if I have to find out tan 90 degree minus theta, there are so many ways. There are so many ways. One thing, because tan 90 degree minus theta, as I told you, opposite side by adjacent side. So opposite side is BC divided by AC, and this is what actually, if you go with the reference of theta, angle B. So this is what BC is adjacent over hypotenuse. That is, it is now reciprocal of tan theta. So that is equal to cot theta. You can do it like that also. This equal to sin 90 degree minus theta divided by cos 90 degrees minus theta equal to, now what is sin 90 degree minus theta? I have proved that it is equal to cos theta divided by sin theta, just a reciprocal of tan theta. So it is equal to, what is reciprocal of tan theta? That is cot theta. So these are the ratios for the complementary angle. Now there are some identities. Now what is identity? Identity is a relation or a combination of the ratios in such a way that its value always remains the same, or it is always coming out to be 1. Now what those identities are? There are only 3 identities that you have to study in this class, and those identities, first of all, in the same figure, what I will say, this is P, this is B, and this is H. Okay. Now you see, you know what happens, that B square or P square plus B square is equal to, remember, Pythagoras. Again, P square plus B square is equal to H square. Okay. Now divided by H square. What I get? I will get p square plus b square divided by h square equal to h square by h square. Okay. So what it is? It becomes 1 and it will be p square by h square plus b square by h square equal to 1. And what is this p square by h square? That is p by h is what? Sin theta. So I can write it as sin square theta plus similarly b by h is cos theta. So I can write it as cos square theta is equal to, so whatever is the value of theta, you always get sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. There are two more such identities. I will just give you that identities and I am leaving the proof for your exercise. Those are sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. And the other is cosec square theta minus cot square theta. This is also equal to 1. Use Pythagoras theorem and try yourself to prove these two identities also. I would like to tell you that as I have said in my previous class for coordinate geometry also, never leave any step. Whenever you are solving a question, when you are doing a proof or you are trying to find out the values, you should never leave any step, first thing, and there should be only one operation in one step. This is the basic and the fundamental trick for scoring marks, because marks are divided as per each and every step of whatever you are writing. So be careful. And now there will be one more video on trigonometry regarding utilization of these trigonometries, how these trigonometric ratios are utilized in our day-to-day life, in the research works, in the survey works, wherever it is. So that I will be explaining in my next video. Till now, I once again request all of you, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you can be getting the notifications of all my upcoming videos. Okay, so goodbye. Thank you.